2.5 hours. I've been sitting in the car trying to get into my second day. Very reminiscent of Intimate with Buja and Beres. Obviously the infrastructure is not that great. I've had a kip. Like, I'm fresh. I proper slept in the back of the car. I will still don't reach. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be. Which artist you come to see today, brother?
Big up 758. Yeah, man, relax. See you next day, Shawnee B.
So tell me about St. Lucia Jazz Festival, Bounty and Beenie tonight. I know the man them want to get in there, though. You get what I'm saying? So do the ordinary St. Lucian people get to go in the Jazz Festival?
Yeah, usually, you know, once you plan ahead, but you know, certain times, by the time, if you haven't bought a ticket before the time, when you buy the gate, it's double the price, triple the price.
So can the ordinary person from St. Lucia afford to come to St. Lucia Jazz Festival?
Well, I would say 50-50 in a way.
I hear that.
Yeah.
But I know the locals, where there is a will, there's a way. You must get in there in the cupboard. Get me. Let's see you there. See? Let's every time. What's your name?
Lio.
Lio, what's your name? Alright, manners every time, yeah? Big up, bless. Because you know what? You can't walk past me, I'm in your place now. You can't walk past me, I'm in your place now. I'm in your place now. I'm good. Are you going now?
Talk to me.
A quick 2 minutes? Alright, hold on, just right here.
I ain't no toast like what you just done BBC. Oh shit, oh my goodness.
You home?
Yes, I'm
you are home, so you could actually greet me.
Hey, South Capella, Ula. Ula.
We are in St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.
Welcome, my brother.
And he's on home turf.
Yes.
Home ground.
Yes.
So I asked him to greet me in the manner that you would greet somebody on home turf, TEDDYSON John. How would you greet me as a St. Lucian in Patois?
South Capella, Ubie. Ubie means you're alright. You're good.
I'm good.
South Capella means what you doing there.
It's very bad of me as a Dominican, half Dominican,
it's okay.
that I should know the patois.
And it's okay.
But I tell you something though, TEDDYSON, as being on the island of St. Lucia, I feel like I'm home, you know?
Of course, my brother.
Especially when I speak to the ladies, the elder ladies, they feel like my aunties.
Bro, we easy. St. Lucia is one of the most easiest places. And I say easy in everything. I mean, relaxing, driving, breeze, food, the people, the energy, the beach, whatever you want to do, you can. You know, we just, laid back and chill. So welcome to you and the entire team.
I see you around the world. What is it like to be home? This must be a very proud time for you, the festival.
I mean, home is always home. Home is where the love is. I mean, we St. Lucia, that's where I'm born and raised. And one thing I always like to remind people where I'm from, you know, because sometimes it can get a little confusing. They like to mix me up with the Chinese, you understand? But I like to tell them, my name is TEDDYSON John, and we're from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. And I just love to be in the position to be one of the, the artists that can take the music from here and bring it out, into the open,
Tell me about the Jazz and Arts Festival and what it means to St. Lucia.
Oh my goodness, it means a lot to St. Lucia. It's one of the about 33 years, Jazz is where I got my, my start from. And there were a lot of groups that gave me the opportunity. So like I'm an all-round musician, so there are groups I started doing background vocals for. Then another year I played percussions, and then in one of the years we opened for Neo, I was playing drums. You understand? Until I was able in 2010 to form my entire band, which is the TJ Project. We opened for Kelly, we opened for Trey Songs, a couple of people, and it's been that breeding ground. Here's one of the biggest places you get to network. you know, the biggest network ever. So I normally use that time, whether I'm on the stage or not, to meet people, you know, exchange information, exchange numbers, talk, you know, and a lot of people come in to see it. So I'm just grateful that we have something that people can come out to.
Do you always make sure that you're home for this?
Of course. Of course. It was not there for a little bit, but when they brought it back, because when it wasn't there, we used to tour around that time, because around that time probably the Memorial, you know, time, so we probably out catching shows. But from the time that it came back, we always made sure that, you know, I wanted to be up and I don't want to miss it, you know. I don't want to miss it.
Does the festival give the opportunity for the younger St. Lucian artists as well to shine?
Of course. If now more than ever, you know, you have the festivals, Jazz on the Square, you have the youth, you know, jazz, where they just have groups, little, you know, and then they got the schools coming together. So it's something that the kids can one day, you know, dream to be a part of and get to be on a stage like this, because it happened to me. You know, 2000 was my first time doing it. I think in 2000 I got to do something with Patti LaBelle. You understand? While I was here. So all these things is opportunities for me that I'll never forget. So it actually gave me that opportunity to do what I'm doing.
So this is my third time in St. Lucia.
Well, I hope it's not going to be the last.
I've called you once or twice when I've been in transit.
Of course.
But this is my first time that I've laid my head
and
to
how
rest.
You feeling? And how you feeling? It's beautiful.
I'm rested. I've been walking up some of the hills in I keep on getting it wrong. The name of the place in South.
Soufre? Micoud?
Vieux-Fort.
You walked up
I'm
by
terrible.
the lighthouse thing there.
I've been walking all the way up them hills, the calves right now, my brother.
And it's safe.
And
it's safe.
Fresh air. It's such a beautiful place.
It's forming to your head just like it coming to mine. Yeah.
What's the one thing that I've got to do before I leave the island, though?
You did you do the Sulphur Springs yet?
I haven't done the Sulphurs.
Okay, make sure you get
I
in there.
passed there once before, but I haven't gone in there. I've got to get in there, yeah?
Get that mud all over your body.
Clean skin and everything, yeah?
And then you can get to some of the waterfalls and stuff. And I mean, it's just chill and laid back, you know. Welcome home.
And food, what have I got to eat?
Hey, okay. When you're going down to what time is your flight?
My flight is 3 o'clock.
There's a place you're gonna stop to get some bread. Tommaso, on your way to before you get to Dennery, there's a lady that normally sells some nice oven bread. You have to stop there, get some bread and cheese and bread and salami and bread and saltfish and all that kind of shit.
Caribbean people love bread too much, bro.
Get that? No, you need to. Bread, yeah. That's a signature. It's so much so that everybody who comes here, when they stop by this place to make sure they get that.
Well, I will give the review. Don't worry yourself.
Yeah, get that. Take some back on the plane. So come back again.
Is that St. Lucian you're looking on right there?
Yes. Oh my goodness. So you had to come back.
He's always back. He's showing off now.
Back. Yeah, you gotta come back. And I'm letting everybody know for the first time, I'm gonna be doing my acoustic concert in St. Lucia, Strip, the TEDDYSON John Experience, July the 8th. Make sure you do not want to miss it. It's going to be beautiful.
No.
Okay? God bless. Howard. God bless.
BREDDA.
Anybody fly from the UK, from the US, just to come here and enjoy yourself? Big up yourself. And it's
So we are literally backstage on the elevated backstage of the St. Lucia Jazz Festival, and young BREDDA has just come off the stage. What are you doing?
Right now we just enjoying life and the blessings that, you know, the Most High grant us. So, you know, we out here. What are you doing?
Well, I don't know what you perform. You're on a real band.
Yeah. Young BREDDA, I was at the food court trying to get a refreshment break, and you ran out in the middle of Patrice's Robert set.
Yeah.
I saw all of the youths them in that corner drop burgers, drop paninis, drop chicken wings,
Everything.
everything roti, everything get dropped to run over to come and hear you on stage.
Yeah, man.
You are taking soca to a different place right now. You're
Yeah,
taking
man.
Caribbean music to a different place right now.
Thanks for that, man.
Greatest Benover.
Greatest.
Who
greatest.
Who gets away with a title like that? The greatest Benover.
Let me just stop by the greatest.
This record has taken your career to a different dimension. How are you feeling right now with all this success?
You know, I feel proud of myself and my team, you know, Optimus, biggest and baddest manager, you know, I feel proud of full blown because, you know, there are some writers that, you know, deserve this, you know, moment as well as much as me, my DJ as well, you know. So I feel proud to be able to help my family in another way now. You know, always being able to help, but, you know, more now, you know. Can make a bigger difference now too, you know. The youths and all too, that looking up to me and all, you know, is a more inspiration, more motivation for them too now, you know. So it's more than in one way we helping, you know, motivating youths as well.
I witnessed the success of this song in the streets of Trinidad. I saw the success in Jamaica Carnival. The record is A-listed on BBC Radio 1 Extra.
Yeah.
It keeps on growing. What next for this record?
Boy, I don't want to let no cats out the bag, but you know, great things ahead, man. Great things. You would know too, yeah.
I don't know these secrets. I don't know these secrets.
You would find out.
I'm gonna find out.
Yes, you would. You're 100% sure about that.
There's this growth of soca music right now, and you are definitely part of it. It also seems like soca music, not just soca music, but Caribbean music is getting younger.
Yes.
More the youths are involved.
Yes,
Tell me
sir.
about this movement.
Well, you know, it's all about bringing new vibe, new faces, new energy, and you know, as they say, the youths are the future. So, you know, it's time to, you know, give the youths them a listening ear. It's all about new faces, new energy, new vibes, new voices. You understand? And who doesn't like to try something new? You understand? You know, something that is quite refreshing, something that brings a new taste to the table, and new vibe, and you know? Yeah, man.
But what I also witnessed on that stage is your respect for the tradition, for the culture, for what the others have left, the ancestors have left.
Yes. Yes.
Why do you show it that type of respect?
Because I believe that if I want to be a great, then I need to look at the builders before me and look how they build their empire and how they build their foundation. I mean, everything and everyone in life has little downfalls and hard times and trials and tribulations, but that doesn't mean that you can't look at someone and take lessons from them, you understand? So I look at all the great builders before me and I take lessons from them. I try my best to, you know, build as them and want to be great as them, you know?
It's still the beginning of the carnival season, only a few have passed. What carnivals, what festivals are you looking forward to this year?
Shani B asked me some question. Well, you don't know, it's all about Matt's Barbecue in London, UK. We coming. When is the date for that again, manage? June 21st, yes. UK, London, we outside.
Are you going to be in the streets or not in the order?
Be in the streets or Notting Hill as well? Be in the streets or Notting Hill as well? Of course.
And
22nd for Tipsy.
and we outside on BBC.
We outside on BBC. Yeah. We're gonna do a we outside on BBC.
St. Lucia Jazz Festival 2025.
Yes.
I'm here with the lady that says soca is her therapy.
It is.
Patrice, has the soca been your therapy over the last couple of years?
Yes, it's been amazing. It's been bittersweet because I've been through some challenges, but I think performing in front of thousands of people, giving the fans the opportunity to grace the stage and just embrace my music is therapeutic for me. I'm going through my healing process, my healing journey. So just being on stage and seeing people smiling and realizing that my music is touching so many hearts and homes of the people is very therapeutic for me. And this is not the end for Patrice Roberts and her brand. Definitely
We
not.
know that. We know this. Patrice, I was standing in the media pit.
I saw you.
Just what? Did you see
I
the way I
saw
was watching
you.
you? Because I saw a lady up there giving it absolutely everything.
I give my all. I believe people came out to see not just me, but a performance, a show, and all the other artists. And for me, I don't like to half step. I like to give all or nothing. You know, people are leaving their house, going through so many things. They have so many challenges, and I feel just being a light on stage and impacting even just one person, it matters to me.
I watch how the females react to you as well.
Yes.
And you've been a permanent figure
I'm
in
an
Caribbean music
advocate for women.
females.
I'm an advocate for women, and I believe if we do stand up for each other, we will move mountains. You know, we live in a male-dominated industry, especially me, where there's a lot of male, and male are doing it. And for me, we have to conquer it. A woman, we are resilient. We are consistent. I am consistent, and for me, I like to pour my heart out on that stage and make a difference. If I impact one person or change one person's heart, I did what I'm supposed to do.
The Caribbean ladies are doing it right now, though.
We are. We have Shensia, we have Spice, we have so many great artists just touring the world and just tearing it up. I'm so proud to be Caribbean. I'm so proud to represent the Caribbean, and especially Trinidad and Tobago.
You talk about Trinidad and Tobago. You mentioned Spice and Sense here. They're from Jamaica. Where do you think Caribbean music is right now in that global space?
I think we're in the right space. For me, I am working tirelessly to make sure that soca music becomes a genre, because we're not, you know. I believe that soca music is happy music, and if we connect with Afro artists and we collaborate, we could do the same. And you know, soca music is so much happy music, and if we collaborate, there's no stopping us.
Your new single seems to touch on that Afro sound.
Boy Bye. Yes, I absolutely love Afro music. Boy Bye was written by St. Lucian, actually. Yeah, I had this song 3 years ago, and I feel like it was fit to do it now, because I see a lot of women suffering in silence, and a lot of women, they don't have the avenue to speak, and I feel like I could be the voice for women. I just want you to know that, you know, through any situation that you can leave. It's okay to leave. A lot of people, a lot of women stay in situations that does not serve them, and it just make them suffer. So Boy Bye, Ungrateful is the ideal song to just give you that avenue to leave, you know.
We're in St. Lucia right now at the Jazz and Arts Festival. Tell me about your touring schedule.
My touring schedule. From here, I go to Barbados for I Am Woman. I Am Woman has been my baby. You know, I've been working on this project for quite a number of years. It's 6 years in Trinidad, 2 years in Toronto, 2 years in New York, and the first time performing in I Am Woman for Barbados, and I'm looking forward. This have been a journey. I have, you know, kind of centered this I Am Woman around my journey, and I'm just giving the fans an opportunity to get a lot of my catalogs, because we go to some shows and you don't get the opportunity to perform for an entire hour. So with I Am Woman, you get an opportunity to get a catalog of my music.
Have we seen that show in the UK, Asia?
Not yet,
So
but that's up next. It's up next.
You sure?
I'm
Don't
positive.
let down the UK fans. Now. They're
I'm
gonna see this,
positive.
Patrice.
I know UK is long overdue. I'm positive it's gonna be there.
Patrice Roberts, pretty.
Thank
in
you.
Pink
Thank
tonight.
you very much.
Watch the boots and everything. Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrice.
Thank you very
Yes.
much.
What? So yeah, we're backstage, St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. Your boy Shani B. Patrice Roberts has performed already. You've heard from her. The Young Brothers performed already. You've heard from him. what's left. Bounty and Beenie. You them are jumping right now, the backstage.
Somebody say, oh, welcome the girls. Who's here?
So we're backstage, we are backstage at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. It's truly a Caribbean collective tonight because we got Jamaica on the stage right now. We've already had some Trinidad, we've already had some St. Lucia, and I'm standing up with Spice Island, Grenada, Mr. KILLA.
You don't know. Spice Island representing full 100.
How does it feel for you, Mr. KILLA, to be in St. Lucia, but with so many other Caribbean brethren and sisters?
It's an amazing feeling. I am one who really believe in Caribbean unity. I also believe that the Caribbean should be the united islands of the Caribbean. You know what I mean? One people, together we stand and divided we fall. So to be here is an amazing feeling. Most definitely, I'm sharing the stage tonight with some of the greatest that the Caribbean knows. So that's an extreme pleasure, brother.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to see your performance because
them upside down, Sonny.
You know, the one thing about the Caribbean, sometimes the infrastructure is not there to kind of accommodate these size and scales of these festivals.
Traffic. You get stuck in traffic. I mean, when you look at what is happening though in the island in itself, I say it's something beautiful for us as a people. You know what I mean? This is our culture, this is our expression, and then to have an expression at this size, this magnitude here in St. Lucia is most definitely a blessing, you know, for the people. So you must get stuck in traffic.
I saw you side stage enjoying Beenie Man. Who else have you been able to enjoy today?
I mean, Ricky T, most definitely, you know, Superman and many of the other artists, TEDDYSON, John. The soca world was banging earlier on, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna see Bounty Killer, you know, the general in Hawaii. So it's an extreme pleasure to be here, brother. Extreme pleasure. This is part of my dream, and I feel like my footsteps is falling in the footsteps of my dreams, you know, to continue this journey. I know definitely in the soca world, I've been doing monstrous things, and I continue to do so. But it's always a pleasure to be a part, of the melting pot of the culture, Caribbean culture, you know what I mean?
Are we seeing the Caribbean unity really come together right now? Because it seems to me that the artists sit alongside each other on stages, alongside playlists, a lot easier than it used to be.
Something unique is happening. Something unique happening. And what is happening right now is bigger than just the music. It's bigger than just the artists themselves. It's a alignment happening right now on the planet, just like how the planets align. The people, we have to find each other. The brothers and sisters need to come together. That is the only way we are going to move up, the only way we're going to move forward. Some people feel it and don't understand what it is. You understand? So they express a different feeling, a different application, you know what I mean, than they used to before. But it's all because of the great alignment is also happening. It's a great time at the moment for us as a people. That's why you see other things in the world is shifting at the moment to try to knock us off our game. You know what I mean? The devil busy, but God's children is waking up, and culture is one of the greatest expression that we would ever have as a people. That is one of the main things that we have remaining from our ancestors.
I think we're seeing more than culture. I think we're seeing community.
Yes.
We're seeing that Caribbean community really come together. Like even to see in 2025 that the way that Jamaica is accepting soca music.
I just come from Jamaica the other day and shelled down a whole jab party. I was like jab in J.A. Yo, it was amazing. And that's what I'm saying. There is something else happening. Something bigger than just the me and the you. There is something about the us that is happening from a different level, higher source.
And even though there is the us, there is individuality in everything that's happening. You mentioned jab jab, soca is Trinidad, Jamaica is dancehall and reggae, Booyah is my other place as well, Dominica. Everybody's got their own unique identity right now.
That's why I call it the melting pot of cultures, you know what I mean? Because we came from a place where there is so much diversities of culture and so much different aspects of the culture that when we got here, each and every island carried their own little piece, you know what I mean, of that deep ancestral vibration. So here we are, you know what I mean?
One more question to you. Are you behaving yourself on them stages, bro? Are you still crowd surfing? Are you still taking the fences and...
You know, I don't know how to do that, Johnny. You know, I don't know how to behave yet. I'm trying my best. You know what I mean? My manager said, don't jump in the crowd. But I'm still there, man, firing like ever. I feel young. I feel like I just start. I feel like I just start, brother.
Just be careful, yeah?
Yeah, I feel like I just start. But we have some nice, beautiful projects happening to crossing the bridge between, you know, the soca and the African sound and African artists and, you know what I mean, and the dancehall. You know, we just here taking it all in and enjoying this great expression, brother.
St. Lucia Jazz and Arts is an international festival. Does that change your approach to your performance and the way you perform to an audience like this?
Well, I would say just more fire. Just more fire. Earlier on, it was a whole different energy. You know what I mean? So I didn't directly change my whole approach. I might have choose the right songs, you know what I mean, that I feel is appropriate for this stage. But the people was waiting for fire, so it's fire I gave.
Well, they're still picking up things and running with it.
I didn't make them pick up nothing, but they was running.
No, you can't do that. You have to pick up something and run with it. It's two parts of the challenge. Pick up something and then run with it.
You see what happened in St. Lucia? Literally, songs that people might know from Mr. Killa. St. Lucia is the place where I had some monster hits. So I had to give, you know what I mean, give them a piece of that.
So what is that one monster hit that works in St. Lucia for you? Give us a little piece right now.
Defense is one of the songs where the police had to have meeting with us because people break down the airport fence. You hear me? So that song, and then a song called I Can't Help It, I Give In Trouble, start to be sick, Born to Mash Up. So those songs, more mash up, Born to Mash Up, Defense, is songs that literally won competitions here
in St. Lucia. So if people want to keep up to date with Mr. Killa's music, how do they do that?
Well, really and truly, you could go follow me. Go follow me. So you could stay closely knitted, you know what I mean? The YouTube and, you know, the Spotify and everybody understand that, yeah, you could go stream the music, but go follow me. The IG, the Instagram, you know what I mean? Things like that. Stay close, become a part of the family, and let's keep rocking together. Otherwise, ask Siri about me.
or Alexa.
Yeah, man, you don't know.
Mr. Killa, blessings every time.
Love, light and blessings, love, light and blessings. And I want to say one thing to my people before I go. Remember, health is wealth. Alright, so also check out my herbal company, Natural Healing Trees. I have some of the greatest teas on the planet. Right now, regulating blood sugar, regulating pressure, regulating the women problem and everything. Go check out naturalhealingtrees.com.
Superfoods then?
Of course, you know, I have a couple projects happening. We have a flight school project happening. I have a herbal company, and the herbal company don't play. We're saving people's lives right now. You know what I mean?
That's even more important than the music, you know,
Of course, because the world needs healing. They try to keep us sick, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's that, and then, you know, back home, I'm literally building a facility that can hold about 10,000 people for entertainment, and also have natural healing. I have a river and the property and everything, creating a, you know what I mean, a little piece of haven where people can actually come do the natural body scrub, the detoxifications, you know what I mean, and just be healthy and clean.
You know, I actually got invited down to Grenada today.
Yes, I.
Real talk. Today by the MD of Rivers Rum. So I feel that trip to Grenada, you know, I've done it everywhere else in the Caribbean so far. I haven't done Grenada yet.
Oh yeah, no, Grenada.
I haven't done Grenada
yet. Come Carnival time.
Don't say a word. Give thanks, Mr. Killa. Blessings.
Love, light and blessings.
went from the head to the beard. In here, we have under the skirt of the garments of the two of Herman, of the man that was set on the mountain of Zion, ready and going to come on and bless you life forevermore. Hush. If you read the Bible in the name of Jesus Christ, I read in the name of Jesus Christ. If you're a Muslim, assalamu alaikum. But I read in the name of the Most High Emperor, King LUCIA. Microphone here.
So
one for me and one for you.
So can I have two?
Can I send nothing?
Wow.
Where you chase me for? You come from where in England to come chase me?
Yeah, from bet the thing looks like come on, but
no, we are talking about that. That thing a top thing, I want to tell you.
Says St. Lucia Jazz Festival and Arts Festival 2025.
Yeah.
Light work for you up on that stage, Beenie. It looked like you've been there many times before, sir.
Yeah. Well, I do music all of my life. St. Lucia come like my second home because I've been here so many times.
You reeled off the catalogue up on that stage.
Yeah. Well, at that exit, that's why you have a catalogue. That's why you don't have catalogue, you have a catalogue. So they come here really tough for the fans them here. Because them come to hear it, so you just get them in.
I've been watching from home, Beenie.
Yeah.
I've been seeing everything that's been going on overseas. It's a great space right now for Caribbean music.
Yeah.
To see yourself in the US, to see Bounty in the US, to see Cartel in the US, to see Buju in the US, to see everybody in that space and everybody paying attention.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that right now?
Well, I feel very grateful because I'm a dancehall artist and, you know, I love to see that, trust me. And because remember, we have to go over there to go work, you know. Yeah, and we all have the same love and right through because we get to understand that the people that more 90s and earlier 2000s tune and that them have support. So yeah, I love to see it. I love how Bounty Killer get back in visa, that is the greatest thing. And me and him have visa, so you know it's a whole heap of work of going. So I love it. Love Survive Cartel having visa, Buju Banton get free one. And everything is a great look. No disrespect to no artist, but it's a great look.
UBS Arena.
Yeah. 24.
How are you looking forward to that, sir?
Well, you see what I do since night?
Of course.
You see what I do in England?
Of course.
All right. How about you? You this America.
Say all right, you know.
Yeah.
But this is your return, New York City, bro.
Then know that me I tell you. You gonna see it. You gonna see, man. Right? You gonna see. Me gonna play Tina too. So. Yeah.
Beenie, when I talk to you, Moses, I have to keep it real. Many people are watching and waiting to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. You gonna see. Yeah, that not tell you gonna see. Me I wait and watch it. I don't know do it. That stream?
100%.
All right, watch it on the big screen.
Tell me about your love for St. Lucia, first of all. You say it's your second home.
Oh, my love for St. Lucia is big. Because I remember the first time I come here, an incident happened. I up on stage, but they have some soldier out in front of the stage. I war with the audience, and the audience war back with them. So when the soldier now came up on the stage, and the man fling her back here. I'm up and I'm strive, like, you know, when I jump up and I strive, I'm back and slap me on the side. And the whole stage show, I got the hotel and the whole stage show was at the hotel and wait till I get up and I come outside and go say everybody nice. So I come back, them now the most much everything nice. So
you see many festivals and many shows. Where does the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival stand amongst all those shows?
No man, a big show, man. Big show. I love it. I love the audience. You see the audience, man, big audience, man. I love it. Trust me.
And tell me, how do you feel knowing that you're working alongside the likes of a Patrice, working alongside the likes of a young brother, where one Caribbean, everybody on the stage together?
Yeah, well, one Caribbean, you said the right thing. Yeah. One Caribbean music. You see it? Whether it's soca, reggae, or dancehall, all of we are Caribbean people. So, Patrice, I've been pioneering her from a long time. From she working with Marshall Montana. before she even get her first hit song. You see it? Mr. Killer and my virgin. You see it? So you have to just know. One brother them and youth them, you have to just know them things there. Because you see when it comes to music and me, Caribbean music, Mr. Man who sing with a whole heap of artists and Mr. Man who do every genre of Caribbean music. So it's just a love and respect for know say them there on the same stage and me there on, you know? And I really highly respect them.
Tried out any doubles lately?
Well, I never try a fight, but I try a fight next time. But you try to remember, say me eat bacon shark, you know.
Oh, you eat the bacon shark?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not fried dumpling when you're here, no?
Nah.
It's bakes.
Bakes, yeah.
Okay.
You know, that's why I say bacon shark.
All right, that is
I never say fried dumpling and shark fin.
Beenie, bless up yourself every time.
Every time.
Can I ask you about the show? How much you enjoyed the show tonight? You give me a reaction. Who took the show tonight, though?
Beenie Man.
Beenie Man took the show.
Yeah, man.
Can I ask you about the show tonight, please?
It's a good show.
It was a good show.
The show was good up until yet.
Who is it that took the show? Who took the show for you tonight? Patrice.
I think that's Patrice and Young Brother.
Patrice and Young Brother,
Yeah, after that it was a little
Soca take it tonight, yeah?
yeah.
Bounty Killer.
Bounty Killer. And you're walking out on Bounty Killer show already though?
What?
Yeah, you're walking out on the show and Bounty Killer still performing?
Oh, no, but no. Benny Man. Obviously, Benny Man. Bounty Killer it was good, but Benny Man.
Beenie Man was
Yes.
your artist. What
Yes.
about Patrice and Young Brother?
What?
What about Patrice and Young Brother?
I speak French.
Oh, you're speaking
Yes,
French?
yes, sorry.
Good night then.
Would you take this transportation home? A river taxi and look here. You have to jump the tide. How does this work? The river taxi then?
Yeah, man. Well, it's the water taxi. You know, you catch the boat from the marina. You know, they get you to the beach safely. You know, at the end of the jazz, take you back. Your boat takes you back to your destination, so you guys can get your ride to go back home safely. You know what I mean?
Because driving into the jazz, it took like 4 hours.
Yeah, man. The traffic is a mad thing. And obviously, right now, the police is trying to patrol the thing, so that's why you see the queue is so long.
Okay.
So unless your boat hasn't showed up at the dock area here, they're not going to allow you to actually walk down, because what's going to happen is going to cause mayhem down on the dock area.
Okay.
It's going to cause more chaos. So unless your boat, the boat that dropped you off, is not on the dock here, they're not going to allow you to actually walk down there.
So how much is it to get on one of these boats?
Only 20 EC to go.
Oh, 20 EC?
Yeah. It's usually 10 US for foreigners, and locals, we give them a nice discount.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Nice. And would you advise being a strong swimmer to take one of these?
Well, obviously, we have life jackets, all safety equipment on board, so you know, everything is governed.
You know what? Hustle is a hustle, my bro.
Yeah,
Go on,
man.
hustle. Blessings, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Enough respect.
Yo, my name is Logo Lionel. Big up.
James Wavemaker.
Yes, I am.
We're locked in all the time.
Always.
What are you drinking?
Bounty.
Bounty lime or just Bounty?
No. Bounty Premium Gold.
Oh.
And Coke.
Okay.
My question to you is now, your experience here in St. Lucia, how was that?
I love St. Lucia.
Yeah.
As a Dominican,
Okay.
I believe St. Lucia is a mix of Dominica and Antigua, where it has that nature, but then like, there could be a luxury as well.
Yeah,
So, Upali Creole?
Huh?
Upali Creole?
I can't do that.
As a Dominican, you need to speak Creole.
You know what? My manager has told me many times, so he's gloating right now.
Come on, you gotta go learn it, you know? At least have the basics unlocked.
I have to blame my father for that.
No, you now have the responsibility.
Well, you know what? I gotta take up the responsibility. Tell me about the show tonight. How you enjoyed the show?
My honest review, I'm gonna keep it to myself, but it was a vibe.
It was a vibe.
Yeah, man. I enjoyed Ricky T, man. Big up
Oh,
Ricky
yeah.
T.
Oh,
Ricky
yeah.
T alone could have had his own show.
I believe so too.
Right? Ricky T was full of hits, still brought on Mr. KILLA, still brought on Nerdy, so many different acts, yes, and you know, he spread the love. Ricky T is so underrated and one of the legends of soca.
And Ricky T is someone that I grew up watching before I was ever into the industry.
Yeah,
Ricky T was someone I grew up watching, and just seeing him still current and killing it and dominant in his lane. It's mad to watch just. And I appreciate the fact that St. Lucia Tourism Authority actually gave him his own opportunity to headline, you know, St. Lucia Jazz. So that was good.
How nice is it to see so many different Caribbean islands all together?
You know what? It's. I mean, one nation, one love, one. You know, we're all united nonetheless. So
Caribbean.
One Caribbean, and at the end of the day, Caribbean masses against the world. So just seeing that, it's inevitably lovely.
I'm with that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a long wait to get home.
Yeah. Cheers.
hours.
Have no party while you wait.
There you go. Cheers. You get me?
Man,
Good spirits. Can we in good spirits?
Good spirit.
That is it.
Get home safe, bro.
Blessings.
Good spirits. Aquayol.
How you say it? Aquayo.
I don't know, so don't let
Big up the janitors who worked from the time that I got there. AC, it was smelling good. I had no issues getting in and out. The shuttles on the way to here gave me no issues. It was very seamless. Big up PJP. The show itself,
Yeah.
it was a good show.
Who took the show? Who was your artist?
My artist was young BREDDA
Okay.
and PATRICE.
Mark.
I am a 90s baby, so I'm not a big Bounty Killer and Beenie Man fan, but Beenie performed very well and better than I expected.
Good.
So he added some additional points to the show. Bounty Killer, voice, off the chain. Overall, it made the show an 8 out of 10.
Blessings.
Be back tomorrow, guys.
Summer walk out tomorrow, yeah?
I'm coming for Rugo.
Okay, say no more. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies.